The bus, I'm checking to make sure there's no damage. You're checking all of the lenses to make sure they are clear and not cracked. You are looking for the inspection sticker, it's valid. You're making sure the bus isn't leaning to either side, and there's nothing leaking or hanging, and checking for vandalism on each side as well. Now I'm going to grab my chalks, and I'm going to also check my DVIR right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go 2 days back.
Okay.
You want to show the inspector 2 separate pages checking for any defects, and if there were any, they should be corrected and signed off by the mechanic. Grab your chocks. Put them on the rear tire. Back here. I'm going to open the fuel door, make sure the cap is on, it's tight, secure, nothing leaking, fuel tank secure, in good condition, we're all ready to go. Make sure that is locked, sealed up like that. And now I'm going to go to the front and start going into the bus.
So you want me to stop it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
that might be good.
Okay.
That way, functioning, push them, pull them closed, open. Check the glass, the seals on both sides. Make sure they are in good condition. Check your stairwell. No debris. Looks like the treads are all in good shape. Your handle is secure. I'm going to look at my fire extinguisher. I've got secured. It's in the green, it's charged, and the pin is in place. My red box of reflective triangles, there are 3 in the box, secure to the bus. Inside my glove box, if I needed spare fuses, I would keep them here. We don't need any. Checking my documents, I've got my accident report kit. Checking my insurance card, make sure that expiration is valid. It's through July 1st of this year. And I've got my registration, make sure it's valid. And it's good through August 31st of this year. Put that back. Put those materials back in there. And now I'm going to check other things in the bus. I've got my fan secure. My first aid kit secure to the bus. It should have 9 boxes of bandages. Don't need to open it, but they are in the box. It's secure to the bus. Spill cleanup kit is secure to the bus. Windshield. Glass is in good condition. The seals are in good condition. Nothing damaged. I've got a camera secure here. I've got my mirror, my student mirror secure, my visor, camera box, Elmo, child check, radio, fan, all secure in good condition. Before I sit, this is what I always do, even me, make sure that you've got those items that would fail you if you sit down, which are your first aid, your documents, checking your DVIR, your fire extinguisher, and your triangles. Those have to be checked before you sit. All right, now I'm going to sit. You want to cut that off there? Then we're going to get into the brake test. The price is right. I'm going to clip myself in. I'm going to check my window, make sure it opens and closes. Check my mirrors. They are positioned for me and they are in good condition. All right, going to get ready for my brake test. My chocks are in place. So there's a little bit of a change since you did this. So they need to hear the blow off, the governor cut out first before you do the actual brake test to make sure that it does indeed have full tanks when you start. So you can put the key in the on position, so you click it forward. Your ABS light goes on, goes off. My tanks, they are below 120 and they are sitting at 100 pounds. So now I have to start my bus, bring up the air pressure, and let the governor cut out.
Okay.
So he can hear it. Okay, you can use your foot, give it some acceleration, and watching the needles rise. between 120 and 140. That's what they want to hear too, but we are full at 120. I'm going to shut the bus off, and now I can actually start the actual brake test. So I'm going to put the key in the on position again. Check my ABS light goes on and off. And it did. And now I've got full tanks. Both are 120 pounds. The first thing I want to do, the foot has to stay flat on the floor. You take your hand, you're going to release your parking brake, and then apply your foot and hold it. So, your initial loss, you're going to tell him that I'm down to 100 pounds. That's my starting point. So for the next 60 seconds, I'm going to time it and make sure I do not lose more than 3 PSI in that time frame. Starting now. Make sure you tell him when you're starting, and you're going to wait for that second hand to go all the way around because he'll be keeping track as well. So we'll pretend we have a full minute has gone by. Tell him there has been no loss of pressure. At this point now you can pump the service brake and bring the pressure down. Okay, and we're going to release all the pressure. When we do that, you're going to trigger a low air pressure warning, the alarm and the lights. You need to tell him that that alarm will come on no lower than 55 PSI. And then tell him actually when it did trigger it, okay? Turn your pump. Wait for that light and alarm to come on. So now it went on at 60 pounds, so that meets that benchmark. I'm going to keep going and waiting for my parking brake to pop out, and the range for that is 20 to 45 PSI. And then I will let him know when it actually popped out. £30. That's when my parking brake popped out. All the air is out of the tanks, so now I'm just going to start the bus and refill them.
You can go back up to 120. Right?
Yep. So now we're going to
hear
fill
the
them up.
governor again.
And we're going to tell him when the governor cuts out. We'll hear it.
Okay.
It should be between 120 and 140.
Okay.
It's a very slow process. And you could tell him when the light goes out for the lower pressure and it hit about 70 pounds. Almost there. Okay, we are full tanks at 120 pounds. I'm going to turn off the bus, take my key, and go get the trucks. See if I stop it there at that point. Then though, I'm going to come back in